Okay, for this week's Women's Care Wednesday segment, we are diving into something that is especially of interest to me. Dr. Anna Wouters from Women's Care Florida is joining us to discuss common pregnancy questions. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I have lots of questions,
Good.
as I'm sure a lot of us do at this stage. So there is a lot we're going to dive into. You're actually going to come back because I think we could spend an entire hour on this as well.
That sounds good.
But first, let's talk about medication use, because I was telling you, I feel like with allergies going crazy, the weather going up and down, flu season going on right now, I'm sure you guys get asked a lot, what can I take?
We do. So actually, Women's Care has a list.
Okay.
And we give out a safe medication list in the first appointment that you have with us. And I tell everybody to take a picture with your phone, take it with you to the store. But generally, most allergy medications are safe.
Okay.
And you can definitely take Benadryl.
Benadryl.
So.
I love Benadryl. So good to hear. All right. Exercise and pregnancy. And this is interesting because I actually found out I was pregnant when I was training for a 5K that we did here for the show.
Very nice.
So that was my first question was, wait a minute, can I still do this? Is it okay? And you say what, doctor?
So this whole idea that women are supposed to be confined is based on Victorian era times.
Okay.
It's not true whatsoever. You should be exercising in pregnancy, even if you never exercised before.
Even if you haven't?
Even if you've never exercised before, you should start, and always with the care of your always with the guidance of your doctor, but yes, you should be exercising in pregnancy.
So what kind of exercise would you recommend? I mean, is it walking? Is it actual running? I mean,
I let people do anything they did before.
Okay.
And people who never did anything, I have them start slow and build themselves up.
Okay.
But I basically tell all my pregnant women, you should be doing something that makes you sweat.
Okay. Well, and it's interesting because it is called labor because it's work. I mean, it's going to be a physical thing, you know, when you're actually going through it. So that makes sense to me that it's a good thing.
Yep,
to
basically a mini
exercise.
marathon at the end there.
All right, let's talk about eating certain foods.
I get this one a lot.
I know. Okay, so let's start with fish. I know that's a popular one.
Okay, so fish, you actually are supposed to eat fish when you're pregnant.
Okay.
It is actually beneficial for the baby. It is better than taking a supplement to have the actual fish. And you're supposed to have 1 to 3 servings. You just want them to be low in mercury.
So that's what, particular kinds of fish, I imagine, are going to be better than others. Salmon, I hear, is very good, right?
It's good, right. You can have 3 servings in a week.
Okay. Deli meats.
That one is unfortunately true. You cannot have deli meat.
Okay. Any kind of deli, like
any
turkey,
kind of deli meat. It doesn't matter what it is because the water content in it can harbor bacteria that can make you extremely sick when you're pregnant.
So you say it's really not worth it.
Not worth it.
Okay. Caffeine. This one I feel like always gets brought up.
That one you are allowed to have. So you can have up to 2 cups in a day. Totally fine.
Okay. All right. So ladies, don't feel guilty when you need that cup of coffee and you're drinking it. All right. Hair color. So this is interesting.
Yeah, so you're allowed to have your hair dyed, you're allowed to have your nails done, as long as the space is well ventilated. If you walk in and you can smell those chemicals, you need to walk out. But if you can't, if it's, got good airflow, you're all right.
And that's all 3 trimesters? Because sometimes you hear, I felt like back in the day, maybe the first trimester, you should maybe skip those things.
No, you're allowed to do them.
Okay. Well, again, we are just scratching the surface. You're actually going to come back. We're going to talk about some more issues. But if women have any other questions, what would you suggest they do? What's kind of the best way to get in touch with you and your team?
I tell people, write down your questions and bring them to your doctor's office. It's a much better way than calling in every time you have one because, you forget the answers and you can have it all in one space. Well,
and then sometimes you just forget. You have so much going on at that time, too. It is probably good to go ahead and list them out. And that way, at your next doctor's appointment, you can make sure and remember.
Yes, ma'am.
Doctor, thank you so much. I enjoyed our conversation. I look forward to having you back in a little bit.
Thank you.